Hey guys, Indigo Eclipse here, and today I wanted to do a little video showing you guys how to make a spell jar. This one is going to be to help me unlock some more of my psychic abilities. I did a video about how I stopped practicing the magic, stopped using any of my psychic abilities because I thought I was drawing demons, but I had found out that I was actually had created a poltergeist by not dealing with my traumas. That's on my YouTube channel, Indigo Eclipse. I think it's called My Poltergeist Story if you want to check it out. But anyway, so I've been feeling like I've made a lot of progress, but there's just something I need to tap into still. It's just things are flowing, but they're not quite where I need them to be. Or where they could be, I guess is a better way to say it. So this spell jar is going to be to help me hopefully tap into some of those psychic abilities that I've kind of blocked out. So you guys can use this as an outline. Just, follow the directions and add your own herbs, your own spell, your own intent. You can swap out crystals, whatever you want to do. And I told you guys that I'm pretty cheap, so I think this is an old, stir-fry sauce jar or something that I've washed up. I've got my sage in an old, chocolate sauce jar. So anyway, I'm going to start by telling you which herbs I'm using. I wrote down what they mean. I a lot of times just kind of go around the house and feel the herbs that I have in my cabinet, and a lot of times they just kind of tell me, I guess, like this is what I should use. But anyway, for those of you who like to know what they mean, I did write them down. So I do have some basil right here. It's good for love, protection, exorcism, and wealth. And some of these you can see aren't necessarily for tapping into psychic abilities, but this one's good for protection. And I like to add some protective herbs in any of my spell jars to kind of help keep the energy and the magic pure. So that was that one. And I have chamomile, and I'm going to be a cheater today. Chamomile tea, a cheap chamomile tea. I don't have any growing in my yard right now, so that's what I'm going to use. And it works just the same. Anyway, it is good for purification, love, money, and good fortune. And so I thought, a little good fortune would be helpful in this situation. I just felt like that's something I should add into this. Then I have some bay leaves right here. And they are good for healing, psychic powers, strength, and protection. And I think that part of getting my psychic powers back where they should be is also partly a healing process. Then, of course, sage. I use sage in a lot of stuff. I grow it in my yard, so I don't know, I just feel like it's a go-to. It's good for protection, wisdom, long life, and immortality. That's what I got it out of one of my old witchcraft books from when I was first learning back in the day. But I wanted to use it definitely for protection and for wisdom. I feel like I need to unlock some knowledge in myself. Scoot this over. And then I have some thyme right here. And try not to get all these bunched up in front of the camera. It's good for healing and health, love, psychic powers, purification, and courage. And I think that's something I also need, is a little bit of courage. I feel like I'm stepping into myself more, but for years you didn't talk about being psychic. Everybody thought you were crazy. It's becoming more popular, I guess more accepted would be a good word, but I still live in a very small, very religious town. And I have come across quite a few people who are open, but, there's still a lot of shaming, I guess, going on. So the courage to be myself added into this jar will help. I'm getting there, but, a little extra help won't hurt. And then rosemary. It's right here. It's another one that I love to put in just about any spell jar. It's good for protection, love, lust, purification, healing, and psychic powers. And I do have some yarrow I dried from my yard. It's one of, I don't know why, but I just absolutely love this plant. It's good for courage, exorcism, love, and psychic powers. And I have some cinnamon. I stole this out of my kitchen, just put it in a cup. It's good for healing, protection, love, lust, spirituality. And then, of course, I have my black salt here. If you don't have black salt, that's fine. You can use regular salt. And that's kind of an optional one. I just like to add it in for some extra protection. It just feels like I should have black salt in it. Also, I didn't write down the meaning of this off the top of my head, but peppermint, I feel like I need to add peppermint in there. So this isn't coming out of a book, this is just what I'm thinking. I feel like peppermint opens, you know, you drink peppermint and it feels like it's opening things, and definitely, like, I know when I'm having allergy flare-ups, my sinuses are having trouble, I drink peppermint to help, you know, clear that stuff out and get it flowing. So for some reason, I feel like I need to add this to help bring the flow of energy back into my life. And I feel like it's putting in the jar is going to help, you know, my third eye and my crown start flowing better. Just what I got. So I've never done a spell jar on camera before. Also, I'm going to go ahead and just put one little clear quartz in it. Quartz amplifies the energy, amplifies the intent. If you don't have one, you don't have to add one. If you have a different crystal, you know, you can look up the meaning and find a different crystal to sub in there, or just leave it out. So I guess I'm going to just start. I'm going to pour the black salt in first, and I'm probably going to make a mess and not grab like a funnel or anything. But that's still a little chunky. Use all of it, but I kind of thought a nice little layer at the bottom would look nice. There's nothing wrong with having your spell jar look kind of nice, right? I'm going to go ahead and set this back behind me so we have a little more room here. Then I think I will add the cinnamon. And I'm not saying anything while I'm adding them. I'm going to go ahead and just add everything, build it, and then I will do my little spell and put my energy in it. But as I'm doing this, I'm kind of just thinking in my mind about how these are going to help me. I've decided, I thought, some people mix them all together. I kind of wanted the layered look. I know, guys, not really super witchy. I don't have all the candles and black robes on and stuff, but witchcraft doesn't have to be that way. If you would like to get special robes on and all that, go for it. It's all about how you want to do it. I don't have a certain amount planned out, guys. One thing you're going to have to learn about me is I'm really just wing it and go off of feeling. So these are just outlines. Like, you guys can make it a lot more special when you do it. I don't know. I just go off of feeling. I don't have a specific order I'm doing. I'm just doing what I want to do, I guess. I like rosemary a lot. I don't think you can have too much of it. If you guys are wanting someone who plans things out a little bit better, that's probably not me. Because as I'm doing this, I just saw my elderberries, and I know that elder is the goddess tree. I just feel like that needs to go in here too. I know it's good for healing. Actually, off the top of my head, it's good for healing. It's good for tapping into, I don't know if this is what other people say, but in my mind, I feel like it's good for tapping into divine power. That's just what I heard in my head, so that's what we're doing. Goes the sage. Doing is I'm trying to do like the finer stuff and then the chunkier stuff as we get higher. Except for I did forget the chamomile and peppermint. That's fine. Seriously, just ripping open some tea bags and dumping it in there. So unprofessional. There's probably going to be a bunch of witches. Well, actually, I don't have that many viewers, but I might come across some witches who are very into doing things in a certain order, and they might think I'm a nut. That's okay, guys. Don't let anybody tell you how you should do your craft. I'm just showing you an outline, and you can do it however you want. It's your craft. Okay, so that's chamomile and the peppermint. I'll do my elderberries next. Try not to use these too often because I have to go out and up in the mountains and collect them and climb through all kinds of crap. But I don't know why, I just really love elderberries. They're edible. Probably better fresh. I've never tried to eat them dried, but one thing about them is they are good. I keep sitting behind the bottle, but don't eat too many. They will upset your stomach. I learned that the hard way. Okay. I don't know why I feel like I need 3 elder leaves. 3 to me is like a special number. I'm sure there's some, you guys can probably find a good meaning for it, but off the top of my head, I just know that I wanted 3 in there. I'm going to break this up a little bit. It's kind of too big for my jar. It would have been nice if I could have just laid it in the jar in one big piece. But, let's see if I can get this in here nicely. I'm going to go ahead and break the stalk up and set it down in there too. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and drop my crystal in. You know what? I'm going to put a little energy. So I'm going to take a second to just think about my intent and what I want this to do while I'm holding my crystal. You guys don't want to watch that forever. But get a little bit of intent in there. Okay. I know some people like to cover them with wax. I don't know. I don't feel like doing that for some reason. But if you want to, go for it. I just don't feel like I need to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to just say my little spell I wrote. I'll try to post it down in the comments if you want to use the same one, or if you want to create your own, or if you just want to, you can just like do a mantra of like what you want it to do. You can just repeat those words over and over and hold it for a little bit, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my intent and my energy in the jar, and there are different ways to do this. This is the way I'm going to do it. Some people, do circles and stuff. I forgot to mention before I started, I kind of did just a quick little meditation and envisioned a bubble of positive energy around me before I got started. I would recommend doing that. Some people cast a circle or put down a circle of salt or something, whatever you want to do, but it is important to try to turn it into a sacred little area before you start. Okay. With the power of these herbs, knowledge I have lost will return. My psychic abilities will be embraced here and now in this sacred space. I will harness my true psychic gifts with the help of Source. May I be divinely guided on my life's course. With the power of these herbs, knowledge I have lost will will be returned. My psychic abilities will be embraced here and now in this sacred space. I will harness my true psychic gifts with the help of Source. May I be divinely guided on my life's course. With the power of these herbs, knowledge I have lost will be returned. My psychic abilities will be embraced here and now in this sacred space. I will honor my true psychic gifts. With the help of Source, may I be divinely guided on my life's course. By the powers of earth, air, fire, and sea, as I do will, so mote it be. Alright guys, I can feel the vibration coming from the jar. That is pretty much all. I'm going to try to keep this jar around here. This area is where I do a lot of my videos and my painting and, my tarot and all that stuff. So I think this would be a good area to leave it. But feel free to find a place in your home where you'd like to leave it. Yeah, thanks for watching. I know that's kind of an awkward little video. I'm still getting used to filming videos. I've always been a very shy person, and so this is very out of the ordinary for me. But I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, which I recommend everybody tries that a little bit. This was Indigo Eclipse, and I hope that this helped you. Feel free to use it as an outline, change the herbs, change the spell. I'll put the spell down in the comments. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.